Let's read source 4 for the ancient Inca investigation. It's titled Pedro Cieza de León. Let's remember the central question to remind ourselves of the purpose for reading this source. How did the Inca maintain control over such a large empire? Let's read the attribution and then the headnote, because that's where we'll find what type of source this is, who wrote it, when it was written, and who translated it from Spanish and when. Attribution. Modified from the second part of the Chronicle of Peru, written by Pedro Cieza de León in 1553. Translated by Clements R. Markham. London, Hakluyt Society, 1883, pages 36 to 50. Headnote. Cieza de León was a common Spanish soldier who traveled throughout western South America. He arrived in Peru in 1547. Cieza de León wrote detailed notes during his travels. While in Cusco, he interviewed Inca aristocrats about their history and government. He did not seem to know Quechua. Let's pause here and take a moment to answer these questions about the headnote and attribution in your packet. So pause and come back when you're ready. Okay, now let's read the source. Let's read what Pedro Cieza wrote here. The ruler of the Inca kingdom had representatives in a capital city in every province. These representatives served as the head of each province, and they collected taxes. Those who kept the quipus wrote down if each province paid the taxes in gold, silver, clothing, arms, or anything else. At the beginning of the year, the rulers of each village came to Cusco to bring their quipus. Their quipus showed how many babies were born and how many people died during the year. In this way, the Inca knew which of the Indians were poor, the women who did not have husbands, if they were able to pay for their taxes, and how many men they could have fighting a war. Since this kingdom was so large, in each of the provinces, there were many storehouses filled with supplies. During war, the armies took supplies from these storehouses without touching the supplies of their allies. The storehouses were filled up with supplies with the tax paid to the Emperor Inca. Okay, now read the source on your own, pausing after each sentence to think which sentences begin with transition words or introductory phrases, and what key ideas come after transition words or introductory phrases.